Hi guys, this screencast covers how you're going to create a new press release, and it's applicable to any section within your news container. I've gone ahead and opened ModX. I've logged in and I've drilled down through the news container, which has got an ID of 2, and then also through the press release container here, which has an ID of 48. And the simplest way for us to create a new release is to duplicate a pre-existing one. And we can do that by right-clicking right on the last release here, and then left-clicking on duplicate resource. We'll say OK here. And as you'll notice, the new resource is in italics and also in red. This denotes that it's unpublished, so you wouldn't see it on the website yet unless we go and publish it. So let's jump in here and edit this and start adding some new information in the title and the other fields that will correspond to the new release that's on your current website or old website. So I'll just copy this straight from your old website. I'm going to use typically the title needs to be a little bit shorter than this. The current one that you have is a little bit long, but I'm just going to leave it for the sake of the screencast, and we'll fly through this. If you want to give a little more description, you can also do that here in the description field. So I advise to have more text here, because this will be within the metadata. Your URL alias, you can leave that blank, and if we just go up and now choose save and continue editing, you'll see that it automatically generates a good URL alias for you. That's what the page will look like in a web browser. We can even take a quick preview now and see what happens here. So if we preview, you can see that we've got a release up already, and it's got the old copy, or the copy for the previous release, and the dates here are incorrect, so we'll need to change that. But you notice here that this URL alias is quite long, but it is good for SEO. So maybe you could just shorten that to ViveBio and Butanan here. Maybe I'll do that now. Let's I'm going to change that as the title, save, and then I'm also just going to do ViveBio and Butanan there. Let's grab some new summary information. You can don't need to worry about the link attributes. I don't think you may not see those with your account. This is just controlling how the links open, whether they would spawn a new browser or refresh over the current browser. Template can stay the same, so you'll notice as you go throughout the site and edit pages or create new pages within these containers that you'll see different templates, but you'll want to leave it as it is, and that's the advantage of duplicating. You don't need to worry about changing that at all. Menu title, let's give this a it looks pretty good here, and then I'm going to just copy in some new text here within the resource content. You will want, I copied this in. Let's right click on the text here and then choose edit for the link, and you can see that this is pointing to a file that I've already uploaded, and here's how you would go about uploading new PDFs. It points to this files folder on the server, so if you have a PDF, you'll just go click upload and you'll find it wherever it is on your computer. I've gone ahead and done that. So if I would set OK, you would see that the file comes up to the server, and then you just double click on it to select it, and that's how this value gets set here. I'm going to cancel out of here because I already had it correctly. So that's it for the resource content field, and now we'll get into the main photo. Same process here for uploading photos. You'll need to size your photos if you want them in the to show as 850 by 567 pixels for the main photo. So let's just take a quick look of what that looks like if we don't add a photo. So you see it looks fine here. If we were to go under the news section, click on press releases, looks like it is not showing, and the reason for that is because it has not been published. So two ways of publishing: you can right click here on the ID itself, 179, and then select publish, which I'll do now. Actually, I'll show you the other way. The other way would be to click on the settings tab here and check the publish box, and then left click on save. So now if we refresh the press releases page, we'll see that we've got a default picture as a placeholder here. So that's something that'll show if you don't have a unique photo that you want to upload, just your logo, which I think is kind of a good placeholder here. But let's go ahead and put a new thumbnail in here, and I'll show you that process. I created one just with your logo, and I'm going to upload it now. So you can, you see here that there's different folders. We're under press, so I'm going to click on the press, and now I'm going to click upload, and I've got a thumbnail here that I created, and I just uploaded it by clicking on it. If I double click again, this is 54 by 54. It's a square image, and then if I click save, we'll see now if we go back to this press releases in the left column here, we should now see that we've got our little thumbnail. So that's the process for uploading images. You can do that. You can select category here if you want. It's a good idea to choose one that applies to the press release or the article, and you'll see that that gets set here, publish in sample storage. I refreshed it. Let's refresh it because I just changed it to biological storage. And then if we were to drill down here and then click on biological storage within the article, we'll get all articles that are related to biological storage. So it's a nice way to categorize everything. The next field here is tags, so you can go through and select pre-existing tags just by clicking the ones that are down here. If we wanted to do controls, we could add that, storage, or you just want to create a new one, you could type it in, and we'll do that now. Let's drop in the other company's name here. I'm going to leave this at monthly. The Google Sitemap priority can stay around 0.5, 0.6, I think, for your blog articles. If there's one that's very important, ramp that up closer to 1, maybe choose 0.7, and then update your keywords here. I'm going to add the company's name, and then we'll save. The last thing we want to check on is the published date. So without this published date, it will show 1969. So we want to ensure that we have a published date here. I just chose 3/21, and then if we save and now preview, we should see that that is updated. It is. So 3/21/2016, published in biological storage. We're able to download the PDF here, which is great. If we wanted, we could have that PDF go in and spawn a new tab. We would do that by right-clicking here and editing the link and choosing Target Open in a new window, and then left-clicking on Update, left-clicking on Save, and now back to this other tab and refreshing. If we click Download, you'll see now it opens a new tab, which is probably the best convention to use for those. It's a good idea to have those spawn a new tab. And that's it for your press releases. You use that same process within for the other latest news as well as events. Hope that's been helpful. I'll give you a couple more screencasts coming up.